when I did the audit with Treasury officials of the state of public spending and the public finances, we discovered that some of the promises that the previous government made did not have any funding attached to them. Social care was one of those things. New hospital programmes was another. Transport spending was another. The replacement to A-levels was another. Asylum were another. There were numerous things that the previous government said that they were going to do with no money behind them. If you cannot afford it, you cannot do it. These are not changes I wanted.
Does everything go in that category, though? Because we don't say if we can't afford the NHS, we're not going to do it. A cap on social care costs in England, is that not a good and important thing, a long overdue thing?
There are lots of difficult decisions that I had to make yesterday, or decisions that I didn't want to make, decisions that I never expected to make. But the previous government made a load of promises without putting any money behind them. It would be irresponsible to continue with all of those and put our economic stability and our financial stability at risk.
It's £1 billion. Overall public spending is what, something like £1,000 billion a year? It's £1 billion, and it would make an intense difference to individuals and families and to local authorities who are struggling with this right now.
Michelle, local authorities did not have the money to be able to take forward this because the government had not allocated any money for it.
I know, but it's a good and important thing, isn't it? I think you accept that, don't you?
I do.
In your manifesto, it says we're going to have a national care service, and you couldn't find £1 billion in October next year to try and make sure that people finally have a cap on the amount that they'll pay for social care in England.
Michelle, there are a lot of things that this new Labour government would like to do, but unless you can say where the money is going to come from, you can't do them. We've inherited a situation that I never imagined I would, of having in-year gap of £22 billion. The reserve set aside for emergencies was spent 3 times over before I arrived at the Treasury, with just 3 months into the financial year. That is a situation that I inherited. And it has meant that I've had to make incredibly difficult decisions. Not decisions I wanted to make, but to preserve our economic stability and our financial stability. They were decisions that I had to make yesterday to get our public finances and public spending on a firmer footing.